Planet of Lana review. Planet of Lana is a 2D puzzle platformer inspired by the likes of Plated's Limbo and Inside. It centers around a young girl named Lana and her furry companion Mui as they traverse through stunning, hand-painted landscapes. Lana and Mui work together to solve environmental puzzles that span the game's many biomasses. The duo's unique abilities, which include directing Mui to bite wires or push blocks, are used to overcome challenges. Gameplay. Taking inspiration from Studio Ghibli, Planet of Lana delivers an enchanting adventure that will captivate gamers. The game's hand-painted visuals, evocative soundtrack, and immersive sound design create a truly mesmerizing experience. With a simple yet effective control system, players will enjoy traversing the beautiful environments and solving challenging puzzles. The story of Planet of Lana revolves around a young girl and her journey to save her world from an alien threat. After a deadly meteor shower, dangerous machines appear on the planet and begin kidnapping humans and destroying wildlife. The young Lana is determined to bring down the machines and rescue her people. However, her mission is hampered by the fact that she has no weapon to fight the robots. To overcome this challenge, the young Lana must rely on her intelligence and resourcefulness, which are displayed through the game's gameplay mechanics and cutscenes. Throughout the game, the player will witness the evolution of the young girl into a strong and confident heroine. This character development is expertly portrayed through the game's narrative, gameplay mechanics, and interaction with other characters. The player will have to use the unique abilities of both Lana and Mui to solve these puzzles. For example, Mui can jump higher and further than Lana, and they can also fit through narrow gaps. The combination of these unique skills will allow the player to explore every corner of the planet and uncover its secrets. The first chapter of the game serves as a tutorial for the gameplay. The player will learn the basics of moving left and right, crouching to hide from enemies, and searching for hidden collectibles. Once the players have mastered the controls, they can move on to more challenging chapters. Chapter 3 is particularly engrossing, as the players will have to battle large robotic creatures while navigating various biomasses. The gameplay of Planet of Lana is highly reminiscent of popular titles in the genre, such as Plated's Limbo or Fumito Uda's classic Another World. While the gameplay is a bit more complicated than these games, Planet of Lana's puzzles are well designed and enjoyable to solve. Graphics. The evocative visual style of Planet of Lana is the first thing you'll notice about this new indie, and it's one that will stay with you throughout your journey. The developer, Wishfully Studios, draws inspiration from traditional watercolor paintings and the vibrant colors of nature to create a living world that is both enchanting and mysterious. Every detail is meticulously crafted, from the way the wind brushes the leaves of a tree to the sound of the creatures in the background. The soundtrack only plays periodically, allowing the world to breathe and creating a sense of immersion that will pull you in. The story of Planet of Lana follows a young girl named Lana and her cat-like companion Mui on their quest to rescue her sister. They traverse a world of dangerous robots and strange animals, overcoming environmental challenges and working together to solve puzzles. The game's exquisite hand-painted graphics and immersive audio design combine to create a mesmerizing experience. Planet of Lana is a story-driven sci-fi puzzle platformer with Studio Ghibli vibes that's set in a fascinating world full of danger and mystery. The game's gorgeous graphics and immersive audio are sure to capture your attention, while its compelling narrative will keep you enthralled from start to finish. Although Planet of Lana borrows heavily from other indie games, it still stands out as its own unique experience. Its simple 2D puzzles evoke Abe's Odyssey with their inexorable flow, the way you must wait for your creature to do something like bite a cable or move blocks, and the ways it can attract or repel other wildlife. It also borrows some of the tension from Limbo and Inside, with smart puzzles revolving around hiding in shadows as lethal robots sweep by. It's a beautiful and enjoyable adventure, but it's missing something that would really make it stand out from the crowd. It has all the elements that would make a great video game: a captivating world, a fun gameplay mechanic, a charming pair of characters, and some truly touching moments. But it never really manages to reach those emotional highs that can push a good story into the realm of greatness. Soundtrack. Planet of Lana is a cinematic puzzle adventure that tells the story of a young girl and her loyal friend on a rescue mission through a colorful world full of cold machines and unfamiliar creatures. It features daring platforming, engaging puzzles, and tense stealth sequences, as well as a unique companion mechanic that allows players to use the characters' abilities in tandem. The game uses environmental storytelling to great effect, with clues scattered throughout the world that shed light on the story and help flesh out the broader narrative. These can be anything from simple hints to more elaborate explanations, and are designed to reward careful exploration. It may take the form of brief conversations, background details, or incidental interactions. In addition to the world's intriguing set pieces, the sound design also does a good job of immersing players in its locations. From the rustle of wind through trees to the gurgling and splashing of water, each setting has its own distinct atmosphere that does a fantastic job of conveying the sense of place. The soaring orchestral music also helps to drive the drama, adding an extra level of depth to the game's climaxes. As with other movies in this genre, the narrative of Planet of Lana is a bit familiar. It follows the eponymous protagonist on her search for her missing sister, who has been abducted by a fleet of hostile robots. However, unlike many of its contemporaries, it does not overdo the sci-fi cliches and instead focuses on capturing a feeling. The result is a hopeful little adventure that never sinks into dystopian cynicism. Planet of Lana is a beautiful, compelling adventure that takes advantage of the cinematic side-scrolling gameplay style to create an immersive experience. Its stunning hand-painted visuals and soaring soundtrack will be sure to capture the attention of players, and its emotional storytelling will leave them wanting more. With jungles, beaches, mountains, lakes, caverns, and futuristic facilities to explore, there is plenty here for players of all ages to enjoy. The developers have clearly poured their hearts and souls into crafting this delightful journey, and it shows in every frame of the screen. Story: a beautiful planet is in danger of being taken over by robotic invaders in Planet of Lana, a cinematic puzzle platformer from Wishfully Studios. The game follows a young girl named Lana on her journey to rescue her sister from these mechanical creatures. Throughout her adventure, she must solve a variety of puzzles and escape the traps that have been set for her by the robots. The game's world is beautifully designed and rendered with a style that reminds players of Studio Ghibli movies. In addition to the gorgeous visuals, the music is evocative and fits the tone of the game perfectly. The soundtrack features tracks from the likes of Teiichi Furukawa and Simon Stalenhag, who has worked on the music for several of Studio Ghibli's films. The music adds to the overall feel of the game, and it helps to convey the story of the young girl's search for her sister. There are also some dark and gloomy moments in Planet of Lana, but these scenes are used sparingly to create particular moods. Most of the time, you'll find yourself surrounded by vibrant greens and swaying flora, with only a few exceptions. But these darker moments are used to highlight the contrast between a peaceful planet and a hostile one. As the story progresses, Lana's mission becomes increasingly personal as she uncovers more about the history of her planet and the threat it faces in its future. The story also contains some twists that are meant to surprise the player. The gameplay in Planet of Lana is very similar to other cinematic puzzle games, with a mixture of environmental and combat-related challenges. In addition to the puzzles, there are a number of interesting and dangerous combat sequences that help to keep the pace up. The controls are well designed and easy to get the hang of. Planet of Lana is a fun and engaging puzzle platformer that offers an unforgettable experience for fans of the genre. Although it doesn't quite reach the heights of Ori and the Blind Forest or Limbo, it is still a great sci-fi adventure worth playing. Conclusion. In conclusion, Planet of Lana is a visually enchanting cinematic puzzle platformer that offers a unique blend of sci-fi narrative, engaging gameplay, and stunning hand-painted graphics. The game leverages the classic tropes of the genre, bringing a sense of familiarity, while still presenting its own individualistic narrative and environmental characteristics. It's a testament to the creative capabilities of indie game developers and the vast potential of the puzzle platformer genre. The game's protagonist, Lana, is not only a beacon of resilience, but also a symbol of growth and evolution. As players guide her through the captivating world of Planet of Lana, they get to witness her transformation from a naive girl to a brave heroine, which is a narrative journey that's rarely captured so eloquently in gaming. While the game might lack the final emotional punch to truly elevate it among the greats of the genre, it presents a compelling story that engages players from start to finish. Its environmental puzzles, stunningly vivid environments, and well-crafted characters all serve to create an immersive, enticing world that players will be keen to explore. The unique abilities of Lana and her furry companion Mui, combined with environmental puzzles that challenge and engage, allow the gameplay to shine in its own light. The careful balance of tension and relief, the interplay of darkness and vibrancy, and the blend of danger and beauty are all testament to Wishfully Studios' attention to detail and their ability to tell a compelling story. Planet of Lana is a beautifully crafted game with an emotional narrative at its core. It successfully combines the allure of cinematic storytelling with the engagement of video game mechanics. Though it may not reach the peak of emotional intensity some players might be seeking, it's a beautifully woven tale that's sure to enchant anyone who delves into its world. In a sea of puzzle platformers, Planet of Lana distinguishes itself through its commitment to a singular vision of sci-fi beauty and emotional storytelling. Even with the minor shortfalls, Planet of Lana is an experience not to be missed by any fan of puzzle platformers, environmental storytelling, and visually stunning indie games. As you guide Lana and Mui in their journey, you'll not just be playing a game, but experiencing a work of art, and that's where Planet of Lana truly shines.